Hello everybody, this is Alex with Yoon's English Hagwon. Today we will be studying go. I want to go to the South Pole someday. The rest of you may go home. When we say go, its basic meaning means to move or to travel there. Go against the grain. This is a phrase we use to refer to something as rebellious, against the cultural norms, etc. He always seems to be going against the grain. It goes against the grain to do such things. Go ahead. Go ahead and start eating. You can go ahead of me. This first phrase, go ahead and start eating, is simply somebody referring to the fact that you should and can begin your meal without them or without everybody in the group. You can go ahead of me. You may hear this in a line at a shopping center if somebody has less items than you or is simply trying to be polite. Go astray. Get lost, or deviate from. The letter has obviously gone astray. This meaning is trying to convey that the letter you have written or the email you have sent does not have a clear meaning. I went astray on my way home. We would use this if you get lost on your way home. Go back on, to break a promise. Are you going to go back on your word? You would say this if somebody promised something or made some kind of offer and didn't go through with it. Don't go back on your word. Same meaning, but a different phrase. Go down with, contract, come down with. I can't go to work today because I've come down with a terrible cold. To come down with a cold means to get a very bad cold. To contract a very bad cold. I've come down with a cold. Same thing. The only difference is the meaning on top is something maybe you say to a boss if you can't show up for work. Go in for. What sports does he go in for? Why don't you go in for the Orchid Festival? The first one is basically asking what sports clubs does he belong to, what sports does he go for, meaning what sports does he enjoy, does he like. Why don't you go in for the Orchid Festival? This is saying why don't you join the Orchid Festival? To go off, to ring, to explode. The phone is going off. If your phone is ringing a lot, you would say this. Her alarm didn't go off. Maybe your alarm didn't sound and you were late for work or missed school, the first class, something like this. Not a good thing, but we use this phrase often. Go on, continue, carry on. Go on past the second corner. This would be something you would say if you were giving directions to a friend or even a stranger. Well, he goes on coughing from last night and has a runny nose. It means he continues to cough from last night. Go out with. Spend time having a romantic relationship with. Would you like to go out with me? This is something a boy would ask a girl or vice versa if they wanted to date. I'm going out with her now. This means she is my girlfriend now. I'm dating her now. Go over. Examine, review. He has gone over my document inch by inch. It means he has examined the document, every single word, every single part, inch by inch. Go over your work before you hand it in. This is a teacher would often say this to us in school. It means to proofread. your document, to go over it and make sure it has no mistakes before you turn it in for a grade. Go through, experience, or finish. We'd better go through the underpass. You would say this if you were driving and it was a more advantageous plan to use the underpass than perhaps a different road. Never go through a red light. A fair enough warning, this is saying don't go through a red traffic signal, you may get in a crash. Go under, be ruined, or sink. This firm is going to go under. You'd say this if your business or if your corporation was about to fail miserably. He failed in speculation and went under. Same thing, it's saying that this person has failed at their job and they may lose a lot of money, they may go under. Go with can also mean suit or match. Does she want to go with us or not? We would say this to somebody if somebody hadn't confirmed an appointment with us. Maybe we asked them to go someplace and they said, no, I don't. He concluded not to go with me. It means he has reached the conclusion or he has decided by himself that he is not going to go with you or whoever else may be having the plans. Go without. Omit, skip. That goes without saying. You'd say this if something was very obvious and it didn't even need to be said, hence the closed lips. It's just common sense. It's something that goes without saying. I gave it a go without hesitation. It means you took a try without any sort of qualms about what may happen. Okay, thank you everybody. This has been Alex. Please visit yvoca.com for all of your English studying needs. Goodbye.